Wait, hold on. What?
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Just as I thought I was out, Chelsea, as always, pulled me back in. Video on both channels today, and I will be covering the Arsenal game against PSG later this evening on the second channel, Football Yannick. But back here on Football Therapy because respected journalist Miguel Delaney, chief football writer of The Independent, has dropped Chelsea target Aston Villa star to bolster attack in summer transfer window. Speaking of summer, it's very, very hot here today in the kingdom. I was out enjoying myself in the sunshine. I've come back into my studio. I'm sweating my gonads off. I'm in a vest. So you're just going to have to deal with OnlyAns. But yeah, huge story. Morgan Rogers, the OG of the Cole Palmer celebration, notable bestie of Cole Palmer. They apparently FaceTime each other every single day. Ooh! So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at his X-Value stats page. We're going to look at him on Understat. He's another 22-year-old from the Man City Academy. Is it mental? Probably, possibly, maybe not. Is it exciting because Morgan Rogers is absolutely wicked? Yes. And this transfer has, got Joe Shields' hands all over it. And he's done well so far with the likes of Lavia and Palmer, etc. And I guess Enzo Maresca will know him from his time at City. Granted, guys, I'm with you. I can hear you shouting through your screens, we need a striker, we need a striker. Yes, I agree. But, if Mudrik's going to be banned, if Sancho is going to go back or whatever, we need more attackers, and Dewsbury Hall, God bless him, is going to go to pastures new, etc., etc. Morgan Rogers is friggin' wicked. So I'm down with it. Guys, thanks for joining me as always. Please do support the content here on Football Therapy. You can do so just by liking and subscribing. Yeah, this is wild. Let's get into it. Alright, so it's pointless me sharing the screen. I'm just going to take you through it. Yeah, just for context, Miguel Delaney is no mug. Like, he's a respected journalist, and clearly, and The Independent isn't a tabloid. This is a real story. So let's see what he says, and then we'll look at his stats, and then we can talk about it a little bit more contextually and philosophically as like a potential signing. Chelsea are targeting Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers as one of their signings to bolster their attack. The 22-year-old has been one of the Premier League season's revelations, having quickly gone to the next level as a player since signing for Unai Emery's side in January 2024. We in focus? Wobbly. Big square head's going to hang around for a few seconds now. Yeah, he has been wicked. Morgan Rogers is good footballer. Nearly. Aston Villa do not want to sell Rogers and view him as a star for the future. And here it is. I keep telling you, Aston Villa's turnover to wage ting, it might come home to roost eventually. But there is now widespread belief in football circles. There's widespread belief in football circles, guys, that the profit and sustainability rules, the PSRs, will force clubs into a transfer churn and make decisions they wouldn't usually regarding players they don't want to keep. It's weird because obviously Morgan Rogers is of the City kin. That's why he's, close friends with. He went to, was it Middlesbrough? But he's close friend. He's City Academy, isn't he? He is close friends with Cole Palmer, and I'm assuming that's from academy days. I'm just going to double check here very, very quickly. Yeah, Man City. Just for context, he senior. Wow, so he was actually, sorry, I should correct myself here. He was actually at the West Bromwich Albion youth. Man City brought him in 2019 to 2023. So he would have still been playing for the B team. And that's where he would have the under 23s. And that's where he would have got affiliated with Cole Palmer. He obviously went on loan to places as well. And I do wonder, in Middlesbrough, that's when he first drops the cold celebration. And then Cole Palmer says, I'm going to do it. And he says, yeah, do it, bro. And then Palmer scored 1,000 goals. And he says, you can have it, mate. But yeah, there's no animosity between them. They're really close friends. So sorry for getting a little bit confused with my Morgan Rogers back law there, but there we go. We've cleaned it up. So yes, they might have to sell. It is why the summer may have been an especially active window. Well, we know Chelsea want to do loads of transfers, as we always do, because that's just what they love to do, even in the Abramovich era. Villa face particular pressure in this regard, given that here we go. No, you called me a madman. The accountant Jan. But this is real stuff. Villa face particular pressure in this regard, given their wage bill has been over 90% of revenue. I told you they took a huge risk in bringing in all these, Asensios, Rashfords, Malins, whoever else, Disassi, all the Galacticos, because it was like Champions League or bust. They still could do it. I mean, they could do it at the expense of Chelsea. They're 3 points off, but they're certainly outsiders now. It would seem fifth is between Chelsea and Forest. Yeah. Chelsea is still just a little bit outsiders, but Villa are 3 points behind us, I believe. A Champions League run to the quarterfinals has naturally helped a bit, but it creates greater urge to get back into the competition by finishing in the top 5. Villa's chances of doing so were hurt, of course, the last-minute defeat to Man City. That was huge, wasn't it? Last-gasp winning goal from Mateus Nunes. The result left Villa 3 points behind 5th place Chelsea and 6 behind Forest. And Forest have a game in hand. Of course, they play on Thursday evening. Chelsea feel there may be an opportunity to do business with Villa and anticipate another busy market themselves. One of the issues highlighted for the summer plans is a need for a thrust in attack. Rodgers would certainly offer that after a season where so far he's hit 14 goals. We're going to look at Rodgers in just a moment statistically. But there we go. Miguel Delaney saying Chelsea going in for more. It doesn't surprise me at all. Firstly, because, I don't know, Maresca, Joe Shields, hey, Cole Palmer, and Morgan Rogers, there's links there. He is exciting. He's young. He fits the bill. Yes, he's not a striker. We need a striker. Centre-back and striker. They'll get done. But then if someone says a little bit of Morgan Rogers, would you say no? I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, if they qualify for the Champions League, I don't see it happening. It's really worth mentioning, that Chelsea and Villa have a good relationship. Of course, we bought Amari Kellyman. Yeah. Remember that? We've sold them Ian Martson. It was a little bit of a PSR, inflation fee exchange, wink, wink, nudge, nudge deal on both sides. But apparently we've enjoyed a good relationship with them. Of course, I've got Disassi on loan as we speak. And they wanted Joao Felix as well. So there's the dialogue's there. We're mates. # mates. Give us Morgan Rogers. Oh, right, so should we talk about him a little bit? Let's have a look. So, this is his X-Value page. He's a bit of everything. He's a one-to-one explorer, mobile finisher. But if you look at his performance chart here, he's just a straight-up good footballer. Amazing at passing, important for, dare I say the word, Maresca ball. Assisting, very strong. Not great with shooting, though he has bagged a few goals. Very good at dribbling. That's very important in this style of football. His heat map, that would tell you he's comfortable playing pretty much everywhere. Slightly in the right pocket. I doubt he represents this right-footed winger we're looking for to play on the left-hand side. I mean, maybe he is. He's kind of, to be honest, that heat map is Cole Palmer all over, like slightly in between the hole in the right pocket. Maybe a little bit more. To be honest, so much can happen. In terms of the plans, Noni Madueke, they might be looking at him like, yeah, he could do a job at left wing. I know he's played one game, but he looked good there. Maybe we're going to sell Noni Madueke and make a huge profit. Maybe they're looking at Morgan Rogers as literally a replacement to Dewsbury Hall, Carney Chukwuemeka, a player that can give Palmer some relief. There's so much options here. So let's look at his advanced stats, and then we'll do a little understat comparison on him as well for a little bit of fun, a little bit of a treat. If this ever ruddy loads, here we go. His polar chart, not the sexiest thing I've ever seen. His expected threats are strong, and non-penalty XG is okay. He, let's have a look. Per 90, because this is what we really want to see on the left-hand side. Expected goals, meh. Chance creation, good. Very good. Very good. Open play, expected assists, top 7% for players in his type. His progression, ooh la. So, he's not a 1-2s boy, but in terms of dribbling, he is very, very good. 91, and generally his expected threat is very good in terms of helping the attack. Yeah, man. I mean, he's kind of also an eye test player. I mean, those are strong stats, but he's kind of an eye test player as well. Here's his understat page. So this is him. I mean, he's looking pretty. Could do both seasons actually. Let's just look at this season. So this is him this season. He's a similar player to Cole Palmer. I have a feeling Cole Palmer's going to blow him out of the water here. Yeah, so Cole Palmer's blue. By the way, this is a Cole Palmer, like, bum season as well. That's what they're saying. But, wow. Yeah. Even now, that's incredible. Let me just check. So I'm just going to quickly check Cole Palmer versus Bruno Fernandes. Because Bruno, everyone's talking about him being amazing still and carrying Man United. Well, carrying Man United in terms of being the only good player. And this is like, you know, a Palmer disaster class season if you follow the narrative. So let's just quickly search Palmer. One sec. Okay, so this is, I just pulled up now. Bruno Fernandes versus Cole Palmer. Bruno is very, very good in the build-up still. And his key passes as well. But yeah, even in this, you know, so much more offensive. It's just Cole Palmer started the season so well until he started. And he's continued well in terms of creative numbers, but he's just lost confidence when he shoots Palmer. But yeah. Just goes to show. All right, let's bring this home then. If it's not, I mean, look, he's a very exciting player. He is very exciting. He's got an England call-up as an England international now. He's clearly a very, very confident young man. And can I just go off instinct here? Like, if we sign Morgan Rogers for, I mean, he's going to cost a lot of money, isn't he? Because he's like an English player. Okay, let me just spin a tale for you here. If we sell Dewsbury Hall for 25 million, if Carney goes for 20 million, you know, other players leave or stuff, and we sign Morgan Rogers for 50 million pounds. And I'm continuing the theoretical story. We sign a striker. Okay, let me back this up. If we get if Georgi Petrovic comes back after a record-breaking, amazing season in France and is like, right, he's going to be our goalkeeper. We know what's going on with Fofana. I did a video on him earlier. Check it out. We get a centre-back and a striker. Done. Yeah. In this instance, I just can't help but get excited at the prospect of Chelsea signing Morgan Rogers because he is a baller. And he's balled out in the Premier League already, showing that he can do amazing things. And if you just sort out the goal scoring problem with a good striker, having if you said to me, Jan, don't just think of it as him instead of Dewsbury Hall, I would be drooling and I wouldn't believe my luck. That's looking for it for a very particular lens. You know, there's so much context required here. But if someone says, right, and you feel the problems, you've made a few sales, academy players, this, that, and the other, and obviously we've got Andre Santos, hopefully he's staying when it's selling, but he's going to be very sort of central and probably play a little bit more reserved. I mean, adding the likes of Santos and Rogers, I struggled not to get excited about it, but I'm going to let you guys decide. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Is this something that you'd be excited about? I must say, inherently, I think it's dope. But as long as it's not insane money, and yeah, provided it doesn't draw funds away from elsewhere, bigger problems. So let me know what you think. Thank you for liking and subscribing. A little gentle reminder that the second channel, Football Yannick, there's the little widget there. Daily content on there at the moment. I've done a lot of speaking about the Clasico, Real Madrid. I'll be covering the Champions League games. So do go show your love. I think I'm 40 subscribers off 16,000 over there, which is amazing. I think milestone for me. So thank you for everyone who subscribed on the second channel. There is a link in the top of the description automatically. Let me know your thoughts on Morgan Rogers. Hope to see you back here soon. Enjoy the football. Peace.